You want to know what I'm the most afraid of throughout my life? And it came from actual experience when I was a child. When I was a child, the first time I ever had a blood draw. You ever had a blood draw? You ever heard of this thing? They draw blood? And when I was a kid, I had a very, very traumatic experience of having my blood taken. And so it made me scared of needles my entire life. And about 5 months ago, I had to have an exam, and they wanted to draw blood. And of course, just being honest about me as a human being, I start casually politicking against that option. Right? It's funny how intelligent fear tries to be. But doctor, in today's day and age, based on statistics, statistically speaking, do you really think a blood draw is really that accurate? Right? Just bullshit. What if we did it next time? How about that? I'm about to go on the road, do a weekend event. I think I'm going to need that pint of blood in my body for what I'm going to transmit to these people. I mean, doctor, it's not about me, it's about them. The love revolution, if you haven't heard of it. And I realized my politicking couldn't get me out of the blood draw. And it was fine, it was no big deal. And I had to have my blood taken. And of course, the woman that came to give me the blood draw, and this was when I was living in Bend, Oregon, and there wasn't any place for me to go, so she came to my house. And of course, here are the classic words. Oh, you have nothing to worry about. I'm an expert at this. Really? Really? We'll see. And she goes to, and I put my arm on the table, and I'm like, you know when you're trying not to look, but you can't help but look? Like, I'm not going to look, but I can't help but look. Right, I'm going to look over here, but it's my peripheral. Like, and you can't not, have to look. Have to look, right? She goes, no, we're going to do it differently. She goes, just let your arm dangle. What the hell's going on? Let your arm dangle? What kind of game are we playing? Okay. She goes, okay, no, I'm going to count to 3. And I'm freaking out. Mouth. I feel like I'm going to pass out. Just on the inside, I'm 10. I'm 10. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's probably going to go on 2. She's probably going to outsmart me. So and then I'm asking like really silly questions that have no bearing. Like, okay, are we going to 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3 this? Which way are we going? She goes, okay, 1. I'm like, all right, here we go. And you know that it really doesn't hurt that bad. It's just that it's in there too long. Are we almost done? Oh, we're getting there. Really? Every second's feeling like 5 minutes to me. Just trying to relax. I am the light I am. I did that shit for real. When I was getting a blood draw, I did that. And when I was on a zipline course, scared out of my mind, I was doing I am the light I am. Not with courage at all. With absolute terror. And then she finished. It was no big deal. It was no big deal. But you know, as someone who transmits healing energy and who holds a space for, in many instances, on a healing journey for the unthinkable to happen when we come together, I actually am endeared by that part of myself. I'm endeared by the fact that there's still something that goes, wow, I'm afraid of that. I love that about myself. I'm not too big for fear. And if you try to be too big for fear, you're going to become judgmental of those who don't seem to be. And the people who really need your companionship are those people who need to know that I have those experiences too. So when I meet someone who's in fear, I say, I understand. I get afraid sometimes too. Not often. I really don't, not often. But there are moments that I get afraid. And then I can be there for myself. I can love that part of myself, not loving the fact that I'm afraid, but meeting the part of me that is afraid and loving that part, not loving it so that it will stop being afraid, but loving it for however long it wants and desires being afraid. I love that about me. You can actually have a fear and be a high vibrational being at the same time. Oh, I have a fear. I must not be that bright of a light. Come on.